Now, I've been getting a ton of emails from my clients about relationships recently. So I guess there's a lot of stuff going out there in the universe and everything. Um, and I always ask myself why they always think I am seen as an expert in relationships. But when I meditate on that thought even more, I realize everyone's an expert on something, and especially with relationships, as long as you've been in one, that considers you an expert. And that's regardless if you've had good experiences or bad experiences. It's just like you being an expert as a professional athlete. You may not be the best athlete, but you being skilled makes you an expert. But I digress on that point. This video is going to be about the type of relationships for men and women, of the type of person that you need to avoid being in a relationship with. And the type of people, and I'll give you the signs to look for, are going to be people that are emotionally uninvolved. And what it pretty much means is a person that is emotionally uninvolved is a person that is not willing to open up, be vulnerable to you, and or be vulnerable, period, and express their emotions. And the reason you need to avoid relationships with these type of people is because you're going to end up expending tons and tons of energy trying to help this person when really you can't help people or change people. You can only change yourself. Common signs of people that are emotionally uninvolved are they're not big into giving, but they are definitely big into receiving. They don't communicate very well, and that's a very important part of every relationship. You may call, you may text, they may not respond or return any phone calls or text, and it becomes a matter of a one-sided relationship. For them, things only operate on their timeline, so when things are convenient for them is usually when you'll hear from them. And some people tend to be attracted more to relationships like this because they see it more as a challenge for them. And I've noticed for men usually are the ones that are considered to be emotionally uninvolved, but women can be also. And usually this lack of involvement comes from past traumas, past relationships, past hurt, and past pain that they're bringing into the current relationship right now. And really, the best thing to grasp from this is just understand that you can't fix people. All you can do is send them love and give them love. It's very difficult, especially if you're in a relationship with someone that's considered uninvolved right now. Really, you have to make the effort to really start to get pretty much. You have to remove yourself from that type of relationship, because if you're not, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to start to settle for what you're being a part of. And once you settle for that, you're going to block off all the good love and all the good energy that you can get from someone else. So I know it's very difficult to walk away from a relationship. Everyone's had to do it. If you haven't, you're going to be doing it eventually soon. And just look at it as a good learning experience for you. Plus, kind of going back to what I just said, when you walk away from the relationship, understand that you're going to create a void, which is going to be filled with something better, something greater, and really it's going to match up with what you're really worth. And that's one thing that you never want to get rid of or lose is your self-worth and what you truly deserve. Because if you settle and you lower your standards to the level of people that really don't give you any type of priority in their life, you're going to end up noticing that everything that you do for yourself internally is going to match with that. And that's when even more problems arise because now you're not taking care of yourself, just like the other person is not willing to do stuff for you. Just make sure that you take care of yourself. That's always going to be the most important step that you always do. But also understand that you deserve a lot more if you're in a relationship with someone that is considered emotionally uninvolved, and you just have to make the right decision, take the right steps to get out of that relationship like that. They're gonna need to build on their own and make themselves break free from that type of atmosphere, because you can't do it, and you trying is just going to lead to you being tired, stressed out, miserable, and depressed from it all. So, hey, you never know, that person may come around again, they may not, but either way, don't wait around, because true love is truly out there for you, and if it's meant to be, it's going to happen. And the person that you meet is not supposed to be someone that you need to fix. It's going to be somebody that's already in alignment with where you currently are in life, and that's going to be a great place. So keep that in mind, and don't forget, make the right decision. And sometimes the hardest decisions are the right decisions.